Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of Joe Boo's day job. Um, I do a lot of work on a lot of old houses, and I have an affinity for old houses. Um, I have a person here whose air conditioning stopped working, and the HVAC person came out and said, you need to get an electrician out because they weren't getting power actually out to the outdoor unit. And I came over to check this out for them and literally got a chill down my spine, because what we have here is what is called a Federal Pacific panel. These Federal Pacific panels were manufactured around 1950 until 1980. Dale City, Virginia has tons and tons of these things. The problem with these panels are the breakers don't always trip, and they end up being a fire hazard. They are so bad. How bad are they? That insurance companies, if they find out that you have them, a lot of times will cancel your insurance because they are a fire hazard. And looking at this one, this is going to need to be a complete upgrade here. And you can see how some of these breakers do not look good at all. So what's going to happen is, one, you can basically get retrofitted breakers for these, or sometimes you can get some Chinese made ones and continue to use these. But your best bet is to start over and have a certified electrician come in and replace the panel. You'll be able to sleep better at night, because this is one of those things that it can be a fire hazard and burn down your house before you even know it. So that's exactly what we're going to do. This one, I think, was put in the early 70s. And what you'll notice about this, is there's only a neutral bar. There is no ground bar on here at all. And looking on the outside of this, I cannot find a ground rod. There's no ground rods attached to this, and I've been looking to see if I saw a ground coming off of this feeding through, and we could not find one. So what we're going to end up having to do for our electrician is we're going to 2 8-foot copper ground rods, 8 feet in the ground. They got to go all the way down, 6 feet apart, and that will end up coming in through the wall. We'll drill a hole through here so that way the copper wire will be able to go out to it and be able to feed it, and be able to put a neutral. You'll be able to use the neutral wire on here, and of course having the ground that will be grounded outside, and put in a whole new service. So that's what's got to be done in here. After they get done, I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so the original panel that's in here does not have ground rods in here, so we're going to end up putting in our 8-foot ground rods here, and you can see them right here. And I have, back in the day when I used to have to put these in, before I found this piece for the hammer drill, we basically used to take a sledgehammer and put them in, which, if you have soft soil, it's not a bad thing. I had one we actually pounded on for 2 days because of all the rocks. Now, this is my Bosch demolition hammer, and what you have here, this is a $50 attachment that gets used very infrequently because I don't put these in that often, but you can see it's made to fit right on top of the ground rod, and just literally it'll put it right into the ground. So this is one of those things that tools make a difference. So I'm going to set these in here. I'll drill a hole through the wall, in which case we'll be able to put that 6-gauge wire, bare grounded copper wire in there that'll tie these two rods together, so that way if it gets hit by lightning, it goes to the ground. And you can see the minimum distance is 6 feet apart, minimum, by the code. And just like that, we've got one of them. Now we just got to finish getting this one down. I've hit probably a rock, or maybe it's part of the foundation, so it's a little bit tight right here. But the good thing is this is a demolition hammer. It'll just chop it right on through, and eventually it'll get down. And that's the same thing that happened there. I think I actually hit the foundation way down on the bottom there, but it's in there. So just get this one. We'll drill a hole right through into the wall there, and we'll be able to pull that copper wire out. And then we just need to wait for the power company to take out the meter so we can change it up. Okay, so the power company's coming out to disconnect the power, and this, boy, look at these breakers. See how rusted and corroded they are? This one is actually frozen up completely, and we're going to go through. We're going to pull this panel off. We're going to put a whole new one in, new 150 amp circuit, new breakers and all that. Check it out, and we'll have the power back on today, and then air conditioning, because it is hot in here right now. So just wait for the power company, and then this bad boy will be the new service that'll go in there. Wow. Sometimes you get lucky that you have one other problem, and it ends up being that it ends up finding out that there's another one. This panel is so bad that they didn't look like they put lug grease on, and you can see how the aluminum wire corroded that to the point where you couldn't take it off. Most of these breakers you're looking at, some of them are kind of curled, and it's just, we're just lucky that we did not have a fire that burned this place down. So we've gotten that out. We've got all of our wires out, labeled. This is our service in here, and we're going to get our new panel put in place, and hopefully our service wire will be long enough. Now we've cut this off so that way we can get some nice fresh stuff in there, and we have our lug grease. This is for our, to keep it from corroding. That's one of the things with aluminum wire that you have. So we're going to keep on rolling with this. Okay, so this is what I was warning you about, those Federal Pacific boxes. This thing was put in the 90s. You can see the corrosion that's in there. You can see the breakers. That's literally a fire hazard. And here, what I've been doing, putting in a whole new meter. A whole new panel. Yeah. At least I got my DeWalt fan over here. Shout out to DeWalt. They got everything. All right, I'm gonna get this thing done before the guy gets here. Peace. Well, there we have it. We have our whole panel all in here. I'm going to put the cover on. We're just waiting for the power company guy to come in here. Now, I still have to go through and mark the panel in place in here, but right now I just want to get the power back on so that we can get the air and stuff back in here. Whew. Wow. It's hot. It's real hot. All right, here we go. I hear AC just kick on. We are good to go. We are good to go. I heard the woohoo. Yes. We are good. We are good to go. Oh man. AC working. AC working. We good to go. All right, now I can get out of here. I can check everything, make sure everything is working, and I don't know where the damn light switches and stuff are in here. Well, ceiling fan's working. Let's see. Where's the light switch? Where's the light switch? Okay, there we go. Lights. Microwave working. Stove working. Fridge working, still cold. Yeah, we got it. That boy is good. That boy is good. Yeah, all right. Peace out.